Or for example, another thing that we have is the desire for food, the desire for sex. But when it comes to human beings, we have certain things that animals don't have or don't seem to have. For example, one of the things that we have is haqiqat ju'i, search for truth, desire for truth. We want to know the things in the way they are. This is the root of curiosity. Why we have developed all these different sciences? Because we had the desire for knowing the truth. We became curious. When we see something happens, we try to explain it. We try to understand why it happened. And then we try to get lesson from this so that in future we can predict. Okay? If, for example, human beings were just facing with rain coming, and they had no curiosity to understand why rain comes, then we were not able to plan. We were not able to predict. But now we have studied why rain comes. Therefore now we can predict. We can even sometimes, have artificial, fertilization of the clouds and have rain. Or we can, for example, sometimes say that a flood may come, you have to be cautious. So many things that we can do because we have had this curiosity. We have had this thirst for knowing. There's a story that I sometimes mention about Abu Rayhan Biruni. Abu Rayhan Biruni was a famous Muslim astronomer, mathematician, and it is said that just before his death, very, little was left from his life, maybe a few minutes or few hours maximum. He was visited by a neighbor who was a faqih. So he was specialized in fiqh, jurisprudence. So Abu Rayhan Biruni asked him few questions about fiqh. And he said, you are now in this condition of ihtizar, you are dying. Why you are asking? So he said, is it better to die while I know or to die while I don't know? This is very much in line with our fitrah. We prefer to know. Of course, then this has to be regulated. Because if you don't know how to respond to this, then you can become nosy. I want to know secrets of people. I want to know confidential things about people. So you have to understand that although you have desire for knowing, but it's not that everything that is there you must know. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for example, in the Quran says, there are certain things that you should not ask about them, because if you come to know about them, then you will be hurt. لا تسألوا عن أشياء إن تبد لكم تسؤكم. Don't ask about the things that if they are disclosed to you, they will hurt you. For example, I may have desire to know what people think about me. Okay? But I shouldn't go and check and ask or, for example, somehow try to secretly listen, to what people say. because sometimes maybe people may not say nice things about me, and I will be hurt. It's better to have normal relation with people without knowing what they have said about you when you were not there. So Islamically, it's not good to try to find out what people have said about you in your absence. And even if someone comes and says, so and so was telling this about you, you should not listen. You should not, let him continue, because this is not good. This will break the relations. Anyway, we have to be careful. We have endless thirst for knowledge. But you have to know what is the knowledge which is beneficial. Okay? So this is very important. I am expanding this session because here is also something which has lots of moral implications. So I think it's useful for us to expand a bit about fitra.